Good Monday morning, July the 1st. I'm 10 Tampa Bay Cheif Meteorologist Bobby Deskins with a tropical update. A lot going on this morning, but Beryl is obviously the main idea here. Tropical Storm Crhis formed in the southwest Gulf of Mexico and moved onshore around 5 o'clock this morning in Mexico. So that's actually falling apart. Beryl was a Cat 4 at one point yesterday, just east of the Windward Islands. We've never had a Category 4 in the month of June until yesterday, so it's continuing to set records. And then you have Invest96L. It's this little wave here that's following behind Beryl, but you can see it's got about a 70% chance of development. So let's start down here in the southwest Gulf of Mexico, the Bay of Campeche. Basically, we're losing all of this because it's all moving onshore. So Crhis, obviously not a threat to the U.S. and will continue to move on land and fall apart. Winds last check were around 40 miles per hour. Now, let's get out towards the southern Windward Islands. This is Tobago. That's Barbados. Grenada is going to get it, I think, more than anybody else. And in fact, what's been happening here is the storm has been going through eyewall replacement cycles. And then notice the darker reds right here. Just in the last 5 to 6 hours or so, it's really ramped back up. Winds right now are at 120. That's a Cat 3, but it's forecast to go even higher, and it's probably getting close to Cat 4, 130 at this particular time. It is moving through the windwards during the day today. So here it is, Cat 4 by this afternoon, 130 mile per hour winds. Then it goes to a little weaker, I should say, late tonight and tomorrow. See, still a Cat 4 early on Tuesday morning, but by Tuesday afternoon, it's down to 125 mile per hour winds. Look, that's still a formidable storm, major hurricane. It drops out of the major status by the time we get into Wednesday, but still 105 mile per hour winds, and that's when it's brushing Jamaica and then Grand Cayman. Now, the highest winds, right now, hurricane force winds only go out about 35 miles from the center. So we'll have to see what it looks like. I think that will get a little bit broader as it moves through the middle of the week towards Jamaica. So Jamaica will get brushed with some pretty good winds, again, Grand Cayman. But then look at this, by late Thursday, looks like it wants to make landfall as a Cat 2 with about 100 mile per hour winds. And it'll weaken, come across the Yucatan, out into the Bay of Campeche again, and then continue back into Mexico, same spot where Crhis just went in. Now, here are the forecast models on that. Actually, pretty good agreement with it, especially when you get back out here. You see there's a little bit of a disagreement, but what's happened, some of these models are losing the center here, and so they kind of take it off to the north and the west. I think there could be a little bit of a curve there, but maybe not up into Texas. Something we'll be watching, but it will be a weaker system by that point. Now, the last one, Invest96L. The wave looks pretty good first thing this morning, but still not as organized as what Beryl was when it was at in this particular location. The forecast tracks on this one very similar to Beryl. You can see it staying just to the south of Jamaica by the time we get towards really the beginning of next week. We'll keep an eye on this, but right now, Florida is looking pretty good. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms and on YouTube.